Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Turn on the camera. I'm a little bit early today. My wife has abandoned me once again. She's in Massachusetts, so I'm home alone with the cats. She doesn't even let the dogs stay with me. She took the dogs out, so it's very easy for me to get ready now. I feel like a bachelor till Friday morning. So just early morning, not a lot of chores. Hanging out with you guys, been answering emails, been trading last couple of days fairly mildly, but I hope everybody's doing great. Let me say hello to everybody. So nice to see you all. So nice to have you all here. We got JB, we got Ivano, we got Robert, we got Sherman, Delroy, we got Robert, we got Jill, we got Art, we got Ruth, we got Lewis, we got John, Ivano, Debbie, Eduardo, and I'm pretty sure you guys could hear me and see me. So good morning, Art, Ruth, Lewis, John, Ivano, Debbie, Eduardo, Bancroft, Bill, Javad, Matt, Arnulfo. Good morning, Illinois Great Farmer, Wade, Stefan, Brian, C. Fazio, Mitch. Good morning, Deanna, Gregory, Rod. Good morning, Rod. Just Jen, John, Short. Good morning, John. Kevin, Eduardo. Yes, another muggy day here too. Jody, David, Sergey, Ernest, Vertuvian. Good morning, Vertuvian. Haven't heard from you last few days. Hope you're still making the banks. Beam Clay, Ray, Gregory, David, Rice, George, Tom, Mark. We got a lot of people here. That's what we got. We got, let me continue this. Ray, Greg, David, Rice, George, Tom, Mark, Nathan. Good morning, Nathan. Mark, Victor, Victor, good morning. Ricky, good morning. Harold, good morning. Peter, Jesse, Scotty, Omar, good morning. RP from Spain. Oh my. We got a nice little international crowd here. We got Kirk, we got Cheese Grate Trader, we got Tom, we got Steve, Charlene, Mike, Krish, David, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Mike, David, Edward, Don, Rihanna, Genevieve, Frank, Moondog. Moondog, good. I'm glad you're back from the gym, not the hospital. Thank God. Duzzy, Bugs, Arm, what is it? Arm Garber. Good morning, Arm Garber. And if I'm mispronouncing somebody's name or tag, it's the last thing I want to do. Uh, Next gen, Harold. Hey, Harold. HG, good morning to you too. Tom, Richard. We got Al, Harry, Kirk, Hopium, Papa, Ira. Good morning, Ira. Yeah, Ira, if you can be a little more specific about what Richard sent me, I'll gladly send it to you. Richard sends me so much stuff, I can hardly keep up. So let me know more specifically when it was, and I'll gladly send it to you. Okay, I'll look back at the telegram and I'll send it to you, Ira. Whatever you need. Julio, Don, Angie, Walt, Ben, Delbert, Thomas, Deb, Angie, Raj, Michael, William. Good morning, William. Stefan, Warren, Spider Monkey, Richard. Hey, Richard. Glad you're back. You had the best day yesterday and you weren't even trading. I'm jealous. I'm like 10 years behind you with the grandkids. I need to get in on that quickly. Raleigh, good morning. Hey, Raleigh's back. There he is. Hey folks, can you tell Raleigh that I've been actually behaving myself pretty good in the VIP room and staying the course and not letting anybody throw me off too bad? Let him know. He'll be proud. Raleigh's back. I'm so glad to hear that. It's not the same without you, Raleigh. It really is not the same without you. We got Yeah, you had a good day with your granddaughter. It's 10 times better than trading any day of the week. Um, I bet. I bet. She's a cutie pie too. Dave, CJ, Marty, Walt. Good, good. I'm so glad to hear that, Walt. Steve, Stacy, Raleigh, Flying Ronan, Darren. Everybody's here. Michelle, Kay, oh, Kai, sorry, Kai, JB, Darren. We got the whole Monty here. Let me ask you guys an interesting question. Did anybody make money on ATNF yesterday? That's the stock that I gave in the morning right here. I gave you this stock yesterday, ATNF. And just wanted to show you yesterday, I told you to buy it if it goes during the regular session, if it goes above 675. 675. So just wanted to show you yesterday at about noon, what did the stock do? It went above six, right around here, went above 675. Took several hours, right here, and then baboomski and now that $6.75 stock is now went up to $20 yesterday or this morning, actually. Excuse me. All right. Let's see what people have to say for themselves. She multiplied. Yeah, she's adorable. Still holding some. That's pure profit. Thanks. Well, what fun. What's the best way to trade those stocks? There's no options. Uh, so let me know if you guys want me to keep giving those. Now, the other ones I gave you I gave you XFOR, and XFOR actually, I told you to buy XFOR at 230. At 230. Look where XFOR went this morning, $4. $4. I told you to buy it at $2.30. It's now at 316 and it went this morning up to $4. I told you to buy it at 230. It's almost at $4. And Givo, I don't think Givo did anything. And Givo, I told you to buy. It didn't go anywhere. It never got clipped. Never got clipped. So I'm assuming you guys want me to. I'm assuming you guys want me to continue giving you those small cap stocks. If you want me to continue giving you those two small stocks, let me know. Say yes in the chat. Ruth says she made money with it this morning. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Always take picks from you, even though I don't buy your free picks. Okay. Hell yes, yes. Love for sure. Yes. Oh my. Okay. I think people have spoken. Oh my. Look at that. Jeez. We have a rebellion here. Okay. Say no more. Say no more. I got it. Okay. Wow. Whew. Talk about feedback. Okay. All right. I got you. I'm going to keep them coming. All right. So here's the two for today. Okay. BSLK. You want to buy it during the regular day session if it trades above 435 during the regular day session. Not this session, the day session. So all you got to do is put an alert on it. Okay. So I'm going to put an alert right here on it. Breakout, small cap, momentum. I'm going to put it on for 1 day. Right here. Okay. Right here. We want to buy above the high. And then on the other one is GBIO. I like this one a lot. I like this one above 560 right here. 560 right here. So I'm going to put an alert right here. Small cap momentum breakout pre-market signal. Okay. And that's what I'm doing on it. So I'm doing the same thing you guys are doing. Okay. All right. Now, who made money on Microsoft yesterday? Who made money on Microsoft twice yesterday? The bonus I gave you in the pit and the weekly cash flow trade that I gave you regularly. And we're going to be starting about right now. It's a good time to start. So here is my VIP room link. Here's my VIP room. Somebody here will post the levels for you. Somebody here will post the levels for you. Just Jen, somebody will post in a few minutes. Somebody always posts the levels. And let me tell you what my agenda is. Let me give you my agenda for today. You know, I always have an agenda in the VIP room. So how to use seasonality to confirm sector strength or weakness, how to combine seasonality with technical price action, my theory on why seasonality works so well on stocks. I want to explain this to you. I have a theory. I can't prove it, but I have a theory. It's a pretty good theory. Finding commodity related stocks using seasonality, those are like really great. How to use credit spreads and seasonality to juice up your income. Find out the best seasonal period for your favorite stock. I'm going to ask you your favorite stock and we'll give you the best seasonality period. And a quick review of time spreads and what we're planning on adding into the data miner software to make it better. And I appreciate all the nice emails you guys sent me yesterday giving me tips of where I could find that information. Okay. So here is the room for VIP room. And don't forget, good. Kevin made money on both Microsoft trades. You got a double whammy. Kevin, I was being sloppy. I shouldn't have given you the same ticker. I shouldn't have done that, but I really like the stock, it was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that because I'm putting you guys at too much risk doing that. But I couldn't help myself. That's why I gave it as a bonus in the pit. Here's the link to Customer Service Live. This is where Cam White, Raleigh's brother, and Gustavo, this is where they show you all the tips and tricks for the day. Okay. And Raleigh's back today. Yay. He is Cam. He's actually right here. He's here. He's definitely here. Does GPIO printing 627 at 410 make a difference? No, it does not. No. I only care about pre-opening activity. Made money on both. Good. We do spreads, we do all sorts of stuff in the pit, but generally the regular trades are just straight options. But I teach people how to do spreads on it as well. And I give the bonus spreads. Sometimes I give the bonus spreads. If I give a bonus spreads, I'll give you the strike price, expiration date, and everything. Let's say people are very, very happy in the pit. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. So let's talk about the market now. Let's talk about the market. What are the catalysts for today? Oh, nice. Raymond True Trend Pro. Very nice. Very nice. We've been doing really well. Knock on wood. We've been doing really well. So can anybody tell me what are the catalysts for today? Can somebody tell me? Made a bunch on Meta yesterday. Very good. Yay. That was a watch list stock yesterday. Okay. Mortgage applications, petroleum status reports. Cisco's not a catalyst till tomorrow morning. Let's see what I have here. Mine are a little different. Richard says, I spent a day great with my granddaughter. Closed trades, 2000, Microsoft, Dollar Tree, Microsoft, and SPY. Where did you get those trades, Richard? Where did you get those trades? Good morning, Wesley. Good morning. So can you guys tell me what the catalysts are? I haven't seen Richard from Puente Gorda here. I'm going to email him. I hope he's okay. He always emails me every morning with his catalyst. He's usually here, but he hasn't been here last few days. So we're going to have to reach out to Richard from Puente Gorda. So speculation, rate cuts, chips, earnings. Don't have that on mine. C made money yesterday. We still have it, I believe. Oh, yeah. Folks, thanks, Bugs. Folks, by the way, please, 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 I thank you, Bugs. I forgot. Please switch to 1080p. Please switch to 1080p on this gearbox right here to make sure you're watching. And if you're there, please hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to cheat and give myself a thumbs up because I think I'm doing a good job. So, G-Boss, no spamming. No spamming. I'm watching you, G-Boss. I'm watching you, G-Boss. So I didn't see NVIDIA get upgraded. NVIDIA got upgraded? When did this happen? What are you guys talking about? All right, I think you guys are in a different universe than I am. What are the catalysts for today? Okay, so let me tell you what the catalysts are for today. Okay, crude oil. Why is crude oil a catalyst for today? All right, you're good today. Good, G-Boss, good. All right. I'm watching you. Why is crude oil a catalyst today? Well, Roger, you know why it's a catalyst today. If we have a big report on crude oil today. That's not why it's a catalyst today. It's a catalyst today because it's breaking down key levels. Look, for the first time in, let's see, for the first time in, I don't remember, in 2 months, It's breaking key levels. It's breaking key levels. This makes it transports easier for transport stocks. Okay. So crude is breaking down. Remember, we're still not at 60, which is like right there, but we're breaking down key levels. That's a catalyst. And we have a report. All right. Yeah, Stacy, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. All right. What's another major catalyst today? China. Folks, China, look at China large caps. They're breaking out. Ooh, Omar, very nice. Send me an update when you get a chance, Omar. Usually you do it at the end of the week, but whenever you get a chance. No rush, no rush. Very nice, Omar. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Can you guys, any other catalysts that you guys didn't mention? So far, I mentioned two that you guys did not mention. Okay. Network stocks, restaurant stocks, China, crude oil, and obviously the whole tariff and the whole Ukraine Russia thing that's been going on for God knows how long. Okay? All right. Bob, that is fantastic. You're doing a great job. Let me go ahead and post a link to VIP room again. We'll be talking seasonality. We'll be talking data miner today. We'll be talking about time spreads. We'll be talking about how institutions view seasonality, and we'll talking about how to construct spreads together. It'll be fantastic. We're going to have a great session today, I promise you. And I'll give you guys seasonality on your favorite stocks. Okay? So, catalysts I have are crude oil, China, restaurants. Why restaurants, Roger? Well, what's Gramster's favorite stock? What's Gramster's favorite stock? Kava. He loves this stock, right? I haven't heard from her. I'm going to send her an email too. But she did say she was having health problems, Jill, but I'll reach out to her. So, Kava. Isn't this Gramster's favorite place to eat? Kava? Restaurant stocks. They're very, very essential. And Palo Alto Network. This is a very big tech stock. That's a big tech stock. So you got Palo Alto, you got Kava, you got crude oil, China, restaurants, and network stocks. Okay. He loves that stock. He loves that stock. I don't see anything going on Nvidia at all. And I'm not seeing Nvidia moving at all. Nvidia's flat. There's no catalyst on Nvidia. Now, what's another major catalyst? And this one's going to make you guys very happy. Remember, catalysts don't have to be fundamentals. They could be technical too. What happened to our RSP that's been in a sideways thing for a while? That means mags are not the only stocks that are starting to move. So we're starting to get some movement from S&P 500, not just the 5 or 7 mega cap stocks. That's very, very attractive right there. That's very, very positive. Okay. So you have a movement from the broad market for the first time in a week, so being solidified this morning. QQQE already tried to make up here. It's already trying to make it up here. So we're starting to see market cap broaden. Before it was just mags. Mags are getting way overextended from the 8-day EMA, but smaller stocks are starting to pick up some of that thing. So you got broad market strengthening. You've got network stocks, restaurant stocks, China, and crude oil. Okay. All right. I've never eaten there before, and I'm really looking forward because I love Mediterranean food. So I'm really looking forward. Yeah, Russia, Ukraine. Yeah, that's going to go on till Friday. Russia, Ukraine, tariffs. That's not changing anytime soon. Okay. So far the markets look pretty firm. I mean, this is random. This isn't beyond random, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I liked what I saw yesterday in terms of the overall market holding up well. I like the fact that we have congruency here. This is very, very positive. And also we're starting to make some headways. I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful that this will continue moving in the right direction. I'm hoping this will move into the 60th, 70th percentile in the next couple of weeks. And same thing here, because this is not acceptable. This is telling us that most stocks are not participating. This is telling us most stocks are not participating. This is telling us that stocks are starting to participate, that it's not just the mega caps. This is really important. So this is positive. This is positive, okay? This is positive. Now, it's not great, but it's positive. I still don't like the fact. Another thing that's positive is we now have 58% above the, not 50, but 58% above the 200 on the S&P and 60 over here. Again, RSP is starting to contribute a little bit, which means the markets are not as vulnerable as they were a week ago, which means last week, if the FANGs gave out, we would just be up here. This is telling us that stocks are starting to, that other S&P 500 stocks or other mid-cap, not mega-cap stocks are starting to catch up a little bit. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at Nvidia, and Nvidia is flat. And anytime a stock like Nvidia gets upgraded, if it's a meaningful upgrade, you'll see it doing something. It's not doing anything. SMH is up 0.42. There's nothing going on right now with Nvidia. So if they upgraded it, it didn't have any impact. Okay, I'm not seeing any impact on Nvidia at all. So, but remember, it has to have an impact on the stock. The stock actually has to move. Okay. So this is starting to look a little bit better. I mean, we're not in a great place right now, but we're not in a bad place. All right. You still have right here communication services. Look how strong it is. And second and third place, you still have infotech and consumer discretionary. If you look at crude oil, I already mentioned to you that crude oil is dropping. Now, usually when crude oil is dropping, it's one of two things. It means we're moving into deflationary period, or we're moving into a depression, not a recession, a depression. This is not moving here because we're moving into a depression. This is moving here because it feels that interest rates are going to go lower. And if interest rates are going to go lower, the economy is going to become better. And if economy becomes better, there's no reason for crude oil to be that expensive. So it's cooling off a little bit right now. And also maybe Ukraine, Russia, the negotiations have something to do with it. But the fact is we are now breaking a key level, which we've been in for a long time. And the next level is 60. So keep an eye on crude oil. Now, this may come right back in here, but the fact is we've gone beyond all of these levels right here. And that tells me that this is a real trend and we may continue going a little bit lower. I will, John. I'll continue doing the small. It only takes me a few minutes to figure them out. I mean, it's not a big deal for me. I just know exactly what to look for. That's the key. And my software really makes it easy for me to find them. So it's not a big deal. As I mentioned before, China is exploding. Now, this is going to help international stocks that are priced, that are Chinese stocks, ADRs that are in China, that are trading here in the US. This is going to help casino stocks. Las Vegas Sands is actually on my watch list this morning. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this is positive for global economy. This is very positive for global economy. Okay. And again, I'm not seeing anything on Nvidia at all. Nothing. Usually, when Piper does something to Nvidia, you see a major move. And hey, it's a great thing if they updated them. But I'm not seeing it respect itself in the price at all, actually. Yeah, not really anything crazy. Okay, gold. What is gold doing? Nothing. The fact is, we're making higher lows. This could be a pivot right here. I'm not going to say it's a pivot, but it looks like a pivot. So I would be looking for gold to turn higher, especially in light of all of this uncertainty. If the economy is really getting better, and if folks are really about to put their money back into the equal weighted SPY, we may see a little softness. But honestly, and I'll tell you truthfully, and I always tell you the truth. I never bullshit you guys. I never bullshit you guys. I would be very cautious offsetting gold in light of all the potential issues we could be having uh, with Trump in the next couple of months, with Russia and Ukraine. I don't think anything's going to be resolved this week with Russia and Ukraine. So I think gold is still in play. Okay, the bond market. Well, the bond market is now coming outside of this range now, but it's still in play. It's still positive today. I mean, I don't like this chart and I don't like where we're at, but we're not really breaking down. We kind of hit the 50-day and we're kind of moving here. So this could be just a pullback down here. The fact that we're back above the 8-day EMA is positive. I would say right now, I wouldn't put a lot of I wouldn't put a lot into the bond market till tomorrow's PPI report. I think the bond market is not going to be a major catalyst for today. Okay, truthfully. Let me give you another link. I know we got a lot of people coming in here. VIP room. Uh, I will be talking about seasonality. I'll be giving you guys some important seasonal information that is very useful. I'll be talking about how to use credit spreads and seasonality, how to find the best seasonal picks for your favorite stocks. I'm going to review time spreads again, which people loved yesterday. And I'm going to show you again some of the things and how data miner is going to be used to increase your odds of success. I'm going to talk about how to combine seasonality with technical price action and why using seasonality alone is the dumbest thing you could do. Okay. So I'm going to talk about all of those things today. Thank you, Bob. Looks like we're doing pretty good today with our audience. US dollar. US dollar is breaking down. Folks, US dollar is breaking down once again. Okay? We're breaking down once again. What happens when US dollar breaks down? It makes it easier for foreign countries to buy US stocks in foreign denominations because they buy it in US dollars. If the US dollar goes from 100 to 90, for example, they're paying 10% less for US stocks in their currency. So this is US dollar cooling off is also not really great for the gold market because people buy gold in US denomination. So if the US dollar goes down, the price of gold naturally comes off. So again, keep your eye on the fact that US dollar is cooling off, the fact that crude oil is cooling off, which actually makes sense because you're paying crude oil with US dollars too. So the cheaper this gets, the cheaper the commodities get, okay? So keep your eye on US dollar. But if the US dollar continues going down, it's not really that bad for the US stock market. It may be bad for import, export, things like that. But it's not really that bad for the stock market because foreign countries are able to buy stocks cheaper. Although this destabilizes the US market. And when you see this moving lower, this tells us that we're actually moving further away from the tariff truce and the Ukraine-Russia war because the US dollar loves good news on that. So this is an official breakdown. Now, is US dollar a catalyst? It is. It is a catalyst, but I want to see if it continues moving lower. This could be just a one-day thing. Yes, it makes US goods cheaper. Right, right, right. Well, Stephen, if US dollar goes down, right? Gold is priced in US dollars. So what happens when the price of dollars goes down? So it's okay, RP. It's not that great. It's okay. It just depends on what we're trying to do. Okay. It just depends what interest rates are doing during that time. Right. And right now they're not really doing anything. So I'm not going to make a big thing about it. I had a session where I talked, Jeff Rake asked me about the US dollar. I talked about it extensively a few weeks ago. I'll talk about it more in the VIP room. I just don't want to get off track right now. But what the US dollar does is it makes it easier for imports, exports, and it makes it easier for foreign countries to buy things, but it destabilizes the price of certain commodities. That means when it's cheap, no. What happens is it's cheaper to buy commodities. Yeah, it's cheaper to buy commodities. Okay. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still moving up. I like how Bitcoin is moving up. We have some correlation. We have some correlation with tech stocks. This is very positive. I like this. The key level I want to see as breakthrough right now is right here, right there. I want to see us break right here. I don't care about these two bars right here. I want to see us break this level. 121,700. 121,700. Okay. All right. Options implied volatility. Tomorrow. Well, Roger, Cisco comes up with earnings today. How come it's not a catalyst today? Because it comes out after the close. How can the market price in Cisco's earnings if earnings don't come out after the close? So this is going to be priced in tomorrow. When I ask you if rates drop, dollars should go up. That is right. Yes. Um, this is going to be a catalyst for tomorrow. If Applied Materials comes out tomorrow morning, it's going to be a catalyst for tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be a catalyst for Friday. Capiche? You understand? I'm telling you right now. So you could write that down into your notes. You could go right here. Applied Materials. Look right here. Applied Materials. After market close. So this is going to be a catalyst for tomorrow. And this is going to be a catalyst for Friday. You understand? Okay. Bob says if rates drop. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a bond yield. Yes. Opposite drop. If interest rates drop, the U.S. dollar goes down, Bob, because U.S. makes less money on interest. You understand? It less interest rates, less money coming into America. So what Next Gen says is correct. Sorry, Bob. I thought you meant yield. Yield. Yeah. Yeah. Lower rates, weaker currency. Absolutely. He's absolutely right. He's right. Okay. Volatility. Or actually, let's put everything together now, and then we'll move into the stock market. Okay. It's a little too big for me to read. A lot of things moving today. A lot of things moving. What I'm excited about is the fact that RSP's finally moving. Let's see if small caps are moving. Yep. See that? That's good. There's more sentiment to lower rates right now. I like that. I like that. And I was going to talk about this in a minute, but let me just show you because I'm very happy about this too. Look at what's leading right now. Again, semiconductors, consumer discretionary, QQQ, technology, communication. Look how they're all gathering up here again. That's bullish. That's very, very bullish. Remember 2 days here. Let's go back. Yes, 2 days ago. Consumer discretionary technology, semiconductors, but look where communication was. Look where some Bitcoin, they're down here. Look a few days before that. Communication, technology, Bitcoin. Let's go back Wednesday of last week. Technology, semiconductors, Bitcoin, QQQ, XLK, QQQ. But now look at it today. Bitcoin, retail, semiconductors, home builders, consumer discretionary, QQQ technology. That's really interest rate sensitive growth right here. That's really bullish for the market. So we have a couple of things that are happening today, and that's small caps moving higher and the broad market moving higher, which is hell of a lot better than mega caps just going up and up and up and up. That is correct, Jeff. That is correct. 1.5 ATR above the 8-day EMA. That is correct. That's a very good rule for overextensions. Well, you guys are doing a great job. How many people we got in here? 650 in 35 minutes. That's fantastic. Oh, yeah, folks, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. You'd be foolish to miss it. Here's a link between 10 and 1 every day. All your questions answered. Installation, customer service questions. My alerts don't come up. I don't have a sound. How come my scanner looks different than yours? How do I get the 5-minute working? Why does Roger have this and I don't have that? The Cam and Gustavo show. Okay, the CAM and Gustavo. So I'm very encouraged by the stocks that are starting to lead right now, and I'm very encouraged by the number of stocks that are leading. 174. Look at the 90-day high, 283. That's momentum. That's not five. That's not five. That's not this. That's not this. That's not seven stocks breaking out. That's this broad market breaking out. Remember, I told you we need to see institutions get into the broad market, not just stay. So we need to see this start to come in line with this. That's what we need to see. And this is kind of meeting us halfway in between. It's a little overextended right now, the SPY. I think the mega caps are overextended and these are underextended. So you may have a little bit of a cushion with mega caps coming off, with this coming off a little bit towards the 8-day, and RSP firming up around here. I'm giving you guys like pure value. I'm giving you gold today. I really am. We spotted breakout in crypto. We spotted a breakdown in crude oil. We spotted US dollar breaking down, and we haven't even got it. And we talked about small caps, and we haven't even gotten stocks. And I'm already showing you the momentum levels and how tech is leading. So we're doing really good here. We're doing really good. Are you guys gaining some value out of this? Is this helpful to you? This is bullish. This is a good sign for the market, for the overall market, not seven mega cap stocks. Growing expectations for Federal Reserve interest rate cuts fueled risk on sentiment. I don't know about risk on sentiment. The way I see it right now, you've got the strongest sectors leading right now. I would say risk off sentiment. Risk off sentiment, okay? And bonds aren't necessarily, I mean, they're up. They're not down today. I mean, they're not at the 50-day line anymore like they were yesterday. Yes, 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 every day, yes. Going up because chop spy. Yes, very much, Michael. Cam sends me a trader's guide to market cap and how to profit from them every day. Extremely helpful, helpful. Good, 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 good. So let's continue. U.S. inflation for July showed modest increase, which means there's an increase in chance that interest rates will go down, reinforcing expectations that Fed will resume rate cuts next month and more aggressive to protect labor market showing signs of strain. See, not just the labor market anymore. Modest increase in good prices reinforce. So it's a double whammy. Powell can't say anything anymore. He now has to say, yeah, we are starting to see some cracks. It's probably time to start doing things. Remarks from U.S. Treasury. Oh yeah, why not just lower the full bit? This guy's out of his mind. Optimism over a softer rate stance further supports easing global tension, which is another reason why we're seeing China is breaking up. This is very good. And remember, Japan made all-time highs yesterday, and the S&P made all-time high yesterday. Excuse me. I'm drinking club soda in the morning, so I got some bubbles here. I apologize. Yeah, this Besant, if he had his way, he'd lower interest rates a full basis point. Magnificent Seven stocks advanced, Meta, Microsoft, but what's great is other stocks advanced too, finally. And that's important because if these mega caps just keep advancing and RSP just stays still, you're going to have that rubber band is going to get stretched out. That's okay, Piet de Brock. You're from the Netherlands. You have a good excuse. You have a good excuse. That's the link for Customer Service Live, folks, just in case. All right. Once again, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Okay. Remember yesterday, I forgot that CAH was a catalyst. Somebody brought it to my attention, and look what the biggest loser in Wall Street was. Don't you think this was a major thing to watch yesterday? See, I totally missed it, but somebody mentioned it to me yesterday, and they were right. That was a catalyst yesterday. And you'd be right by watching healthcare. And I bet this made other healthcare companies slump yesterday. Statistics on an annualized basis, inflation rose 2.7. I care about core CPI, 3.1 compared to 3% a year ago. Inflation is stickier. I mean, we haven't made any progress from a year ago. It's right here. I don't care what the Fed, I don't care what your favorite news broadcaster says. 3.1 versus 3% a year ago, period. But that all plays into how, maybe they should take action. Yeah, that's me, Tom, belching all morning. Oh, one table. I'll do that. I'll do that. Oh, it doesn't? All right. Well, let me give you the link to the Cam Gustavo show. It should. That's the link I have. I have it right here. That's the link I have for the Cam and Gustavo show. Let's see. Anyway, that's the link I have. Cam, if you have a different link, please give it to me. But that's the link that I have for the Cam and Gustavo show. Um, Cam, if I should be using a different link, let me know. But this is what I have for you guys right here. Please let me know if I should be using a different link. Okay. All right, let's continue. What did Fed say? This is important. Fed said on Tuesday that uncertainty about the U.S. economy trajectory is easing. If the trajectory of the U.S. economy is easing, why would they need to be lowering rates? I think the trajectory about the uncertainty of U.S. economy is increasing. I think maybe he means that I think what he's trying to say is we know we're in a worse place than we basically not the economy is getting worse, but the uncertainty about what's happening with the economy is getting clear. I think that's what he's trying to say. But it remains unclear whether the central bank should place greater focus on curbing inflation or supporting the labor market. Well, double whammy. We may well see pressure on inflation and we may see pressure on unemployment. See how he's setting up a double prompt here? A week ago, it was just unemployment. Now it's inflation and unemployment. We're well positioned to adjust our policy as needed. Okay, fair enough. At the same time, I think he could have worded this a little bit better. Fed President Schmidt said he supports holding interest rates steady for now to prevent strong economic activity from adding to inflation. With the economy still showing momentum, growing business, and inflation still stuck above our objective, restrained modestly restrictive. Schmidt said he added he's prepared to shift his stance if demand growth begins to weaken significantly. So he still thinks we're okay. I think the Fed is ready to lower. Remember yesterday I told you that we're now at like 91 or 92%. We're actually at 96%. Okay. Jacqueline says, after following you for several years, morning and noon, I feel I have a knowledge and confident investor. What a gift you are to us. Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. That's the nicest thing you could possibly tell me. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. All right. Very, very kind of you. That's why I do what I do, Jacqueline. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And here's the link that Cam just gave me for Customer Service Live. I'll post that too. Again, I simply post what they give me. I post it, and that's that. That's the second link. Guess I'll post this here too. Yeah, sorry if that's the wrong link. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Today, we're going to be hearing, and this is going to be important today, we're going to be hearing these guys. We're going to be hearing Goolsby, Bostic, and Barkin. And yes, what they say will be important because we're getting, thank you, guys. Thank you. Because we're getting close to that time. So everything they say will make a difference. I think we will have a bond auction tomorrow, which will be very interesting. The 20-year, which happens at 11 a.m. But the big news is going to be PPI and jobless claims. And jobless claims, as I've been telling you, what is the 4-week average? 222. It was 226. They started saying it was a big difference. It's not. Anything below 275 is perfectly good number. And again, it'll probably be right at 225,000 like it's been for the last 7 years. You know how they say the VIX is broken? I think this indicator is broken, okay? Because in the last 7 years, I think I've seen it go to 275 once or twice, and it just goes right back to 220,000. I'm telling you, as far back as I've been doing this show with you, this has not shown us that there's higher jobless claims, which kind of makes me nervous. So I don't know if this thing is broken or what, but I mean, it's like 200, it's always near 220,000. And if you guys and if you guys have been here with me, you've seen it every week. It's I'm not I'm literally it's always around 225,000, right? Thank you, Gregory. I'm looking for volatility, Stacy, at 11 o'clock. Volatility usually causes a lot of volatility and then nothing happens. Okay. So let's continue. Cisco is reporting after the close, which means it's not going to be a catalyst for the session. How can how can market makers price in the true value of Cisco if they won't know what the number will be till after the closing bell? Which means tomorrow we're going to find out what, because even though we'll have the number tonight, the market will not have a chance to appraise the price and its value till tomorrow. So you always have to ask yourself, when is the report coming out? Similarly, this Applied Material comes out after the close tomorrow. Tomorrow. So don't go telling me Applied Materials is going to be a catalyst for tomorrow, because how can they trade on something they won't know till it comes out? So use Cisco and Applied Materials as a perfect example, not to give me catalysts before we know the news. Is the news out? When is the market going to trade? None of this doesn't happen till tomorrow afternoon. So we won't know how the market behaves based on this news till Friday morning. And with Cisco comes out tonight. So why would the market trade right now on Cisco earnings if earnings don't come out till tonight? How can it put it into its value? It can't. It's impossible. So tomorrow, this is going to be a catalyst, and Applied Materials will be a catalyst for Friday. Asia and Europe definitely tonight, especially with China. I mean, look at this. That's a big move. This is their large cap stocks. That's a big move. All right. Crude oil inventories are going to be reported today. Keep your eye on crude oil, because and again, if this starts coming back up, it's just going to be a nothing burger. But if this breaks down, this can be significant. Remember, travel stocks, transport stocks, crude oil, the cheaper trucking companies. If crude oil is above, I know a company, if crude oil is above 70, they're out of business. If crude oil is below 60, the company's making millions. Friend from high school, no joke. Friend from high school, he and his dad have a trucking company. If gas prices go above 70, they're not making a penny. If it's below 60, they're bringing in millions. So a lot of companies are impacted by energy prices, okay? Europe, again, up 0.73, very nice. I don't know why they keep saying risk on sentiment. Sentiment, I mean, with interest rates going lower, sentiment is actually coming down. I mean, becoming more positive, driven by growing expectation of Federal Reserve interest rate cuts. Defense and tech stocks led the gains. Defense and tech stocks, okay? China closed higher and hit a 3.5-year high. The large caps did not. This is large caps, but the regular market is like up here. But this is still same story. This is really good. Sentiment between China. This is based on the tariffs, which are obviously still very much in effect. I gave the small caps already, JL. That's how I start off the morning. That's how I get you guys to come in here nice and early, by giving you the small caps. Speaking of small caps, let's see how they're doing. Nope, nothing there. And BSLK, and nothing there. Nothing for the small caps yet. The two small caps are GBIO and BSLK. And maybe somebody can post the levels for, I'll talk about SPY in just a few minutes, John. Nikkei, and remember, they were closed yesterday. Closed higher, reached all-time high. Think about this, guys. China just made an all-time high. Oh, excuse me, 3.5-year high, not an all-time high. Dangerous thing to say. Japan just made an all-time high. Europe is up 0.73 with technology stocks rising. And we have support from RSP today. That's good. This is good. This is not risk-on scenario. This is maybe for mega caps. But I like what I'm seeing. Wait till I get into the technicals. Pan W is up. That's great. You guys mentioned something about NVIDIA getting upgraded. I don't see any evidence of that at all. And restaurant stocks are probably not going to do great today. They're very much related. They're essential, just like chip stocks. One restaurant does just like retailers, restaurants, retailers. If one restaurant does bad, another restaurant does bad. So, didn't the SPY make a yearly high yesterday? It did, made an all-time high yesterday, Angie. So let's now talk about the SPY, shall we? So RSP, look at that. Look at that. We have a move on RSP. This is fantastic. Why? Because this is telling us that stocks other than these are moving. That's really, really good. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the broad market support these stocks. Hence, now instead of seeing, look, let me show you the difference. Let me show you the difference. You guys you'll understand what I'm saying here. Look, there's 283 stocks making 90-day highs. Look a week ago, 121. Look a week before that, 114. Look a week before that, 215. Look a week before that, 73. Look a week before that, 121. Look a week before that, June 30th, 222. See, it can't get, it's having hard time getting into the high 200s, 134. 1 week before that, 57. 1 week before that, 150. 1 week before that, 74. 1 week before that, 42. And now 283. That's a real number. That's what I was saying. We haven't had a lot of stocks making moves. Remember, I was always showing you 52-week high. See, we have 174. Look a week ago, 68. Look a week before that, 69. Look a week before that, 94. Look a week before that, 51. Look a week before that, 40. Look a week before that, 137. And today, 174. That's a significant number. Means we have something moving the market. That means we have a basketball team and we don't have one guy that's 6'8". We have 10 guys that are 6'8". See the difference? Less vulnerability. Less vulnerability. That's really important. And look at the sectors you have leading right now. Technology, QQQ, consumer discretionary, home builders, semiconductor, retail. This is interest rates. All of these are right here. The most speculative sectors are right here, and the most defensive sectors are right here. If you want to see what this thing is supposed to look like, if you want to take a picture of what this is supposed to look like, this is what it's supposed to look like. All the tech stocks are aligned. All the interest rate sensitive stocks are aligned. All the blue chip stocks are aligned. All the blue chip stocks are right here, and all the speculative stocks are right here. Look, Russell 2000, communication, technology, and QQQ, consumer discretionary, home builder, semiconductor, retail, Bitcoin, every one of them, every one of them. So this is telling us that speculative is leading, that we have broad market exposure, that money's coming in to the broad market, not those mega cap 7 stocks. Okay, so this is really good. This is really good for the market. This is a bullish sign for the market. Okay, mega caps, I think we're getting a little bit far ahead of itself. I wouldn't be surprised if market cap went a little bit out of the mega caps. And when I say mega caps, I'm talking about the Googles, the Nvidias, and all of that stock, and more money came in to the broader market, which is so much needed, which is right here. Right here. I want to see another leg up here. I want to see another leg up. Even if this goes down, we already made a higher high here in the morning. So hopefully this will sustain itself. And we'll probably just come right down to the 8-day EMA right here. QQQ, let's look at QQ. Not too overextended just yet. Not too overextended just yet. So we still can have some upside there. How about QQQE? Nice. We need to get above this area right here. Right there. We need to get above 98.84. I'd love to see this cooperate too, because this would tell me that technology, smaller stocks are cooperating. So far, we're not seeing technology. We're seeing the regular stocks, but I want to see the technology stocks do that. So I want to see QQQE look like this. SMH, let's look at SMH. Wow, 731 people. That's fantastic, Bob. It's fantastic. One second. Let me post this here. All right. All right. So this is still not overextended, but don't be surprised if we made a higher high and then just kind of drifted. Okay. Remember, we have big data tomorrow. So I wouldn't be surprised if we made a higher high and then drifted lower. Um, let's look at Dow Jones. I like the Dow Jones right now. I like the blue chip stocks. I like RSP. My problem is that I want to see what I'm not seeing is money come into smaller tech stocks. I'm seeing money come into larger blue chip stocks. I want to see money coming into larger technology stocks. So I'll be watching QQQE today. Okay. This is where the money is right now. The smaller, the smaller NASDAQ stocks. And those, as I mentioned to you, those 62%, but look at NASDAQ 100, 51% are trading above the 50-day moving average. This has to move right here. This baby has to move for so that QQQE can look like RSP. But in a nutshell, what I'm looking for, and I'm going to be very straight with you, what I'm looking for is I want RSP to start looking, I want QQQE to start looking like RSP. Okay. And this is telling us that that should happen because most of these stocks are QQQ stocks and technology stocks and are in the QQQ, not the S&P 500. So we should start seeing some upside on QQQE. Bottom line is I want the QQQE to look like this. So let me show you both so you could see what I'm talking about. Woo, over 300 thumbs up. Thank you, Bob. You guys are doing a great job. So here's what I want to see. I want to see how this is already above. Okay, right here. See this line right here on RSP and see how we're right now on QQQE. I want QQQE to come up here, just like RSP. This is what I want to see today from QQQE. That's what I want. If we don't see that from QQQE, then we have a lot of vulnerability because there's no reason for RSP to be moving like this and QQQE not to be moving like this. Okay. So what am I going to be looking at today to not confuse you? I'm going to be looking at the relationship between the equal weighted indexes and the large cap weighted indexes. And I'm going to be looking to see how MAGs, I want to see if money comes out of MAGs in the short term. I want to see it coming into QQQE or at least RSP, but preferably QQQE. I don't want to see money coming into MAGs. I want to see money just drifting here. This is a little too far advanced. I want to see it coming into here. And I think I've been as descriptive with you guys as possible. So ADD should be very strong today as well. Yes, it should, Jeff, especially with these stock. Yeah, it should. And we're opening. I haven't looked at the market last half hour. I've been with you guys, but we're opening pretty well here. So yeah, it should. The question is it going to stay high? Notice yesterday it opened high and it stayed high and the market bolted. That's what we want to see. If you see the ADD Going to like 200, positive, negative, forget about it. But if you see the ADD opening up at 1,000, 1,200, and folks, I'll be updating you like I did yesterday. The word is getting traction more and more that this were to be in the pre-market. I think so, Eagle Beagle. We got over 14, 1,500 people a day coming in here. So yes, and Jeff, as you know, I've been updating you guys on the free Telegram channel, on the premium Telegram channel, and in the Trading Zone Telegram channel. Okay? So I've been updating you guys like there's no tomorrow. Pre-open, just to show you pre-open. And I got to get out of here pretty soon. Pre-open, I got to get to work. I gotta make my nut. Make my nut. I've been watching South Park lately. Make my nut. um, so here's RSP today. Look how strong it's opening right now. It looks pretty good here. Look at that. Look at SPY. Looks pretty good right here. Look at MAGS. It's starting to come up. Let's look at QQQE. Look at where came up this morning, broke out this morning, and then came right back in here. So I'm going to be watching this QQQE very, very, very closely today. Very, very, very closely today. Bug says SPY pre-market cleared yesterday. AZP level, standard deviation above 648, VIX below 40. Yep, you got it. You got it. All right, so let me give you stocks that I'm looking at right now to the shorts and longs. I like how the markets, I like the morning. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Keep an eye on the bond market today. Make sure it's not parabolically moving lower. I'll be updating you all day long today. The only time I don't update you is between 12 and 2, and that's when I'm live, so you guys can hear my updates live. Otherwise, I'm looking at the market all day long. And my wife doesn't get home till Friday morning, so I got plenty of time to spend for you guys if you have questions or emails. So let me show you my shorts first, okay? And the fact that there's more shorts is also good because market needs rhythm, and it's getting rhythm. The profit target here is at 255, so be careful. PGR. Great session this morning, I will say that. It's an A line to the downside. You got some support right here, but you still have 4 points till you get there. Progressive. Fiverr. RSG, garbage stock. Don't tell Matt we're shorting this one. He loves garbage stocks, garbage companies. This one has a profit target at the 200-day, and it's also an A line. Okay. CTSH. PayX. I think this is new to our list. I don't think I had it yesterday. That's definitely a crappy stock. AR. And if you're curious why I haven't been doing a lot of shorts, it's because markets are making new highs. When markets are making new highs, a lot of liquidity comes into the long side. So you got to be careful when markets are making new highs to go short. You got to really have a lot of volume on your stock to go short because the stock will have to do a lot of its own weight. It's a nice short. And team. Now, real caveat here. I want to make sure you guys don't confuse this stock. It's the first time both of these are on my list. VRSN. Don't confuse this stock, VRSN, with this stock, VRSK. I do it all the time. I confuse these two all the time. I confuse AMD and ADM all the time. And I confuse these two, VRSK and VRSN. The last letter is K and the last letter is N. And to make it even more confusing, the stocks are in a related company, in a related sector too, to make things even more confusing. All right, let me give you long stocks, okay? I like NVIDIA. I do like NVIDIA, although I would be careful right now because of what I told you about mega caps. I like AVGO, only one to a customer. If you like them both, split your exposure in two. AVGO is actually stronger than NVIDIA right now, but the spreads are not as tight. So, and this one always has really high implied volatility on the options. I know Jack Carter loves to write options on this AVGO, or at least used to. I don't know if he does anymore, but I know he used to. Does Jack still like to do options on AVGO? Yeah, Matt, same problem with Okla and Oracle. Yeah, they're related. SoFi, this stock looks good. I still like Google. Again, be careful because what I said about mega caps, they're a little overextended. Like this is a little overextended, but I still like it. I like Schwab. I like Schwab and I like Goldman Sachs. I like the financials. Financials leading is a very strong sign for the market. Schwab looks really good, but so does Goldman Sachs. One to a customer. They're related, one to a customer. Again, if you have 100 shares, you could do 100, you could do 50-50, or you can adjust it, or just do one. But I'm giving them to you both together so you understand they're related. So only one to a customer. ANET still looks good. It's a network stock. Looks like it's still moving. APH. Beautiful stock. I mean, beautiful, beautiful stock. Las Vegas Sands. Remember I was telling you about China and all that stuff? Jack loves it. Okay. I thought so. I figured he still would. I was talking about Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin right now. I just need Bitcoin to get above 121,700. Need to get some gusto above this level right here. But I like this compression we're building right here. Oh, I'm going to be late to work today. Las Vegas Sands, I like, and Fast. I still like Fast. I know we took a profit. We took a fast profit on Fast, but I still like Fast. I still like Fast. So that's my prognosis. Again, I will be in the VIP room giving you some red meat today. Today is Red Meat Wednesday in the VIP room. Thomas, I won't know about that till tonight. And also remember, it has to fit my criteria. And I gave you that criteria yesterday, and maybe I'll go over it again today in the VIP room. If you missed it, watch the VIP room from yesterday. I went into details. Okay. So I'll be giving you red meat. I'll be going over some of your favorite trades and giving you the best seasonality for those trades. And here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. Okay. And this is the link that Cam gave me, so I know it works. All right, folks, before I tune out, thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Before I tune out, I just wanted to say I really appreciate all the amazing feedback that you guys have been giving me. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I have an open door policy. My email is right here, roger@rogerscott.com. Just no customer service emails, please. Cam and Gustavo are so much better at that than I am. If you have any trading questions, I'm here for you. We'll send you an update today on our positions in various programs, and I'll see you guys later. Keep your eye today on the relationship between QQQE and RSP. We want to see QQQE start really getting it up right here. That's what we want to start seeing, okay? I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Be careful today. Be careful. Tomorrow's PPI. Don't go hot and heavy before the market closes today because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a great day.